Hi, I'm very concerned about what's happening to the world at the moment, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. And I thought I'd share this ancient 1200-year-old prophecy quickly so that it might provide some directives and some ideas on how to feel more empowered about what's going on. And it's called The Legend of the Shambhala Warrior. It starts off by saying there comes a time on the planet when the world is ruled by barbarian powers who have weapons of unfathomable destructive capacity, and that when the whole world's the fate and the life of the planet is in the balance. And it speaks of a time when this this uncertainty arises. I have a feeling it's now, with the Amazon on fire and the icebergs melting and crazy upheavals and absolute nutbags running the place. So it speaks of this time with the barbarian powers just, threatening life on Earth. And it's at that time when the Shambhala Warriors arise. And the Shambhala Warriors are not recognizable. They don't come from anywhere in particular. They are, they don't live anywhere in particular, but they basically move around, or they are, moving within life. All of them have in common, though, two very powerful weapons. And when these weapons are used together, it is foretold that they can overthrow and dismantle the barbarian powers. So these two weapons, the first weapon is the weapon of wisdom and the recognition of the interconnectedness of all phenomena of everything, how everything is interconnectedness. It also speaks about the mutual belonging of everything, and that we're all one huge web of life here, and maybe the cosmos as well. But it's really talking about that interconnectedness of all things, and that something done with pure intent can actually shift all of that and impacts that whole of the web. So the first weapon that they use is the weapon of the wisdom of interconnectedness. But it's said that if that's used alone, then it's too cool and it's not engaged enough, and it will peter out and it'll just become philosophical or theoretical. It needs to be used with the other weapon, and that other weapon is the weapon of compassion, of the heart, of a deep love of the planet, but also the courage to feel the suffering of the world. So compassion is to suffer with. So that is a warm and a heated and a passionate kind of capacity. And used alone, if it's not used with this wisdom of interconnectedness, then you can burn out. So, but when they're used in unison, it's said that the Shambhala warriors can walk through the corridors of power to dismantle the mechanisms and the weapons of the barbarians. So there's no outcome foretold in this legend. We don't know what the outcome is. And so if you've listened this long, I'd suggest that you might be a Shambhala warrior as well. So this legend comes from John Seed, an environmentalist, amazing environmentalist, told me, and he was told by Joanna Macy. Joanna Macy was told by a Tibetan Lama. I've got her website and her links underneath. She tells it way, way better than I have, but I just wanted to pop that in there. So if you're feeling despair and if you're feeling helpless, then just remember that there are things that you can do in your everyday life, whether those corridors of power are down through Parliament House or through school corridor, or if it's down a supermarket aisle, or if it's going along the street in your car or on a bicycle, wherever, it's like we can use both of these things, and done well, we can potentially shift, this barbarian forces, whether those barbarian forces are inside of us or outside of us. So, all right, get to it.